how's it going? Welcome back to some more GameTree Live. It's been a while, everybody. Hello. This is a welcome back. For some of you, it might be a brand new experience. For some other you beautiful people out there, the audio is way too loud. I'm gonna bring it down. I feel like I have to scream over the game because of the noise getting really hardcore. Hello. It's been a while since we last talked because a lot has happened recently, what with the holidays and whatnot. So obviously there was Christmas and stuff like that. Oh, hold on, I'm just cropping a little something here in the webcam. Yeah, so Christmas happened. It was great. I had a really great time. Hopefully you all had a good time with all your families and stuff, or celebrating whatever else you celebrate. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, but any other holiday, or maybe nothing, and just hanging out with your friends by making brand new game sessions over at GameTree, of course. If you guys don't know what this channel is about, this is the live streaming channel for a little bit of an app called GameTree. I actually wanted to boot up the app so that I could show it off all cool with the logo and everything. Hey, there we go. No, the blue screen is, I was about to say, yeah, the blue screen kind of ruined it, but it's right here. Oh, my arm is right over there. GameTree is a free app. You can go to GameTree.me, so GameTree.me on your web browser. You can click on it like that, and you'll find all of our information. We are a gamer discovery network where you can go and get matched with people that are similar to you based on your personality and your interests and stuff like that. We also have Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. In fact, I was actually thinking of adding like a little ticker somewhere around like above the logo so that you can always see everything, or like a slideshow, because I actually designed some like Twitch buttons, the little Twitch panels that you can see below if you're watching this on Twitch. I was actually thinking maybe putting them around here, just to make the background, a little bit more interesting, because on my personal streams at Good Game of Fun, I usually have different backgrounds for, this kind of layout every time. But anyway, today, we're going to play a really cool game. So usually on Fridays, we play something a little different because of Christmas and the holidays and stuff like that. Everybody was free, everybody was out there celebrating, so we didn't really do streams for like a week. And then there's a second week where we did not do streams. Now, why was that? Well, that's because I got really sick. So, before the holidays, I just got a really bad cold. And in fact, you might hear me, like, sniffling a little bit. I even sniffled a little bit at the beginning of the stream when I didn't realize that I had my microphone turned on instead of having it muted. So, yeah, I am kind of, I'm recovering. I'm at, like, 95% strength right now. So, there's, like, some occasional moments where it comes back, but overall, I am good. But yeah, back then, in the weeks prior, oh my god, I felt like I was gonna die, for real. And so, yeah, I wasn't able to do live streams, and if I did live stream, it would have been boring. It'd just be me complaining and stuff. So, yeah, that's not fun. I said, let's just leave it. Especially with the Rocket League stream, where I thought it'd be more fun, but, I've still been debating on whether uploading that or not. But anyway, I'm back. We're here, and we're queer, and get used to it. No, we're here, we're queer, and get used to it. But I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, so we've been working on a lot of stuff over at GameTree. We have had a lot of amazing people start to join the team. Some more recruits, some more interns, working on some great stuff, like something very special that I think I would like to formally announce here, which is our Kickstarter, which is not out. We haven't launched it, but we're certainly working on it. We're working on like the video and the graphics and all the stuff that we're gonna do for the layout of the page and whatnot. And so we're gonna launch it towards the end of January. We're still not sure if it'll be February 1st or maybe January, a little before that. But we'll keep you posted. We'll let you know. But it is happening for sure. And so we're hoping that a lot of you guys join up and actually go and support the Kickstarter in whatever way you can, small or big. We appreciate it either way. But yeah, we'll do our job and hype it up for you guys as the launch date is close, because it is going to be fun, and we are going to have a lot of stuff on offer for that Kickstarter. So you guys better keep your little eyes, your little peepers peeled for that kind of stuff. Anyway, we're going to play a really cool game. It's one of my favorite games on PC. It's very simple, but I like it a lot. It's called Daggers. And so, it has one of my most favorite, like, logos and designs ever in any game. It's, like, the hand with, like, the little dagger on there. So, it's a very simple game. It's really arcadey in nature, in the sense that, you know, it's this very simple, arena-based thing where you have to survive as long as you can. But then the problem is that the game is really, really hard. And so, you die in, like, a couple seconds if you're not careful. And so, that's where the arcadey part comes in. It's less about your score and more about the time. So how long you actually survive. And so there's, like, replays and stuff where you can see how other people play. And of course, whenever we play, there's a replay out there of us. And so, I'm here on Steam. The game is pretty cheap. I think it's like $5 on Steam. And it's gotten updates and stuff, so the game has been getting increasingly better. But overall, the game has been the same ever since. Not really, a lot here that has changed because of how simple it is. But yeah, you can pretty much play this game with mouse and keyboard exclusively. There really isn't a way for you, unless you do like hacking or have other external software, for you to really use an actual gamepad. Because playing on a gamepad is not the right way to play this. And I know from experience, because the game is really, really fast and you have to think on your toes and make really quick turns, which is not really something that, you know, gamepad will let you do. So yeah, mouse and keyboard all the way. I think this is the first time that I play a game with mouse and keyboard right now. Left-handed, so yeah, you'll see what it means. Audio, video, full screen, nah. FOV 90, that's okay. Alright, so yeah, not much in terms of options, again, because it's really, really simple. So here I am, the hat person, and here's my score. And my score is just the time. So 77 seconds, I think, is the longest I've ever gone. Which is just about a minute and a bit of change. But yeah, this is how the game starts. So you have this little peace and love. You have this little hand, and of course, when you do the options for left-handed or right-handed, then it's just the hand and how, you know, what hand it'll be. But honestly, because it's in the center, it doesn't really make any difference at all. So yeah, running at 60 FPS, that's real good. I like, you know, for this window, I set it up so that it fits the border over there, but you can actually change and manipulate the window to whatever ridiculous sizes you want, and it'll adapt. It scales up just fine. But yeah, but that's the dagger, the famous, the titular devil dagger. And so you touch it, and you're in. Off to the games. The game starts. Oh, and so then you get these skull guys that you see at the beginning. Boom! And there you go, you just killed them. And so, when you destroy those little tower things, what happens is that you get, like, these red crystals. It's really important that you get those. Because when you get the crystals, you'll eventually... Oh! You see? I already died. I got swarmed, yes. So right here it tells you how you died. Swarmed, and then the time that you survived, 30 seconds, I think. If you click on the little eyeball here, right there where I'm pointing at, you can actually see a full replay of what you just did. Or you can look at other people, for example, this guy who's higher than me, Kogara. You can click on the eye right there, and it'll show you a replay immediately. This little icon is for how many crystals you got, those little red things. 28, I think, how many deaths, like how many times how many enemies you killed. And then, this little percentage here is like your, accuracy, how accurate you were in your shots. Global, so there's what, like 207,000 people, right here. All the people, you know, that have played the game in the world that have like a leaderboard thing. Yeah, global, look at that, the total time. Total deaths, total crystals and stuff. The accuracy overall global is 22%, I love that. I think this one, these stats are just total just for me. Yeah. And then my best time, and you can see the replay for my best time. Yeah, okay. You know, something that I can do is that I can just explain the game to you guys. I can give you like a little overview of it while looking at my own replay, you know? Binter, Olaf, Pocket. I think Olaf, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like the creator of the game? Yeah, Binter, this guy, since the very beginning of Devil Daggers, ever since the game came out, this Binter guy has always been at the top. If not, you know, at #1 the entire time. He fluctuates from 2 or 3, you know, but like Binter and I think like a couple of other dudes, they've always been at the tippity top. And they keep breaking records, too. Apparently, there is a way to finish the game. Like, the game does have an ending, because there's, like, boss battles and stuff like that. But yeah, the game is so freaking hard that, yeah. The game only has one achievement, and I assume is to reach the end. Interesting. But yeah, there's me, Gord. So 77 seconds. Let's click on this. Let's download that replay. And, you can tell, this is me after, like, 2 hours of playing this game and already getting, like, those twitch reflexes. This is supposed to be a Pepsi can. I'm not sponsored by Pepsi. Hashtag not an ad. But yeah, there's me playing this game God knows how long. I have a pretty decent amount of hours. I was gonna say a couple hours. No. It's more than an hour. I've been playing this for a good chunky amount of hours throughout my time playing this. But yeah, let me explain to you guys how the game works right now that I'm hands-free, that I'm not focusing on stuff. So the game is pretty demonic, if you guys haven't figured it out, you know? It looks like hell, it sounds like hell, it plays like hell, in easily the best connotation possible. So there we go. You see that when the screen changed? That's me leveling up, essentially. So I had 2 fingers, now I have 3 fingers, and that's how you indicate, okay, that I'm a lot more powerful now. I can shoot more bullets or daggers. And then eventually I get 4 fingers and then 5 fingers, and that's the maximum. And like your hand is like flashing and stuff like that. It's really interesting how, wait, actually, no, that's not right. Okay. Really? 77 seconds, that's my best time? No. I remember I've been able to make it further than that. But that's, okay, yeah. So probably what happened is that this is just like a different playthrough. I probably played it a little better on a different computer or whatever, but I could have sworn that I did more. All right, we'll do a couple of games, and then what I want to do is that I want to start seeing replays of the best people. So have you guys noticed that there's like 2 different ways to shoot? I have almost like this machine gun, like rapid fire kind of thing, but then I also have like a shotgun blast. Well, that's actually really easy to do. When you hold down on the mouse button, it just shoots a bunch of stuff. You shoot your shot. And then when you tap it, when you just do a little click, boom, that's the shotgun thing. And so at the beginning, it might be a little confusing because, you know, just one button that does everything. That usually takes a little bit of getting used to, but eventually when this game clicks, you're gonna be, you know, at it over and over again. So the reason for why this game is so addicting is because you can just press on the R key, R for retry, press on that, and there we go, you're already in it. You don't even have to wait for them. Look at that. Alright, okay. There we go. So at any point in the game, you can just tap R, and you're back in it with a fresh game. So if you think that, you know, you're not managing the crowd enough, if you think that you're not managing the crowd enough, if you're doing really good, or, you know, you already know you're not gonna last that long, you can go ahead and just, reset whenever you want. And of course, it kind of has that Super Meat Boy vibe to it, where, like, it's a really difficult game, but it's really fun, and you want to keep trying and trying and trying until you get it, right? And so, they don't waste your time with, like, loading screens or anything like that. Okay, so those big spider dudes, these guys suck, because... Those guys suck because, you need the red crystals for you to level up, right? Well, those big spider dudes, they actually absorb those crystals. Like, you see them floating in the air and they go to them. And so the only way for you to get the crystals is for you to stop attacking. When you're attacking, the crystals are loose, they just stand there. When you stop, you start to absorb them into you, and that's how you upgrade your stuff. And so, I love this game because of how simple it is, but there's also a lot of complexity, right? So when you hold down, you shoot, you tap, it's a shotgun blast, right? Simple. You can move around, you can jump, you can do like a rocket jump as well with your shotgun blast. You know, it's like, seeing how you're going to, like, control the crowd, how, you know, what you're going to, eliminate first. I've seen a lot of replays of a lot of, like, the number 1, number 2 people in this game that actually don't hit those towers at all. what I do is that I kill those towers immediately. But all of the expert players, they never do that. They just kill the enemies that come out of it, but they never hit the towers until there's like 5 of them on there. And so then, whenever there's some like downtime, they immediately kill all of those towers, and they get like the upgrade a little faster, like they get it all at once. I don't know. It's like some weird tactic that a lot of the good players are doing, which I don't follow because I always try to be different, and I just try to copy what the good guys are doing. There's so much detail, so much tiny little things that you can get out of this game that you discover. You know, you feel good. You feel so cool when you discover something new in this game because they never let you know. There's no tutorial. There's no like, okay, here's how you beat the game. Nothing. There's no like cutscenes or dialogue or none of that. They just put you into this arena and you're on your own. You know, figure it out. And I kind of love that, you know? Sometimes I feel like there's some games that are a little too hand-holdy. And so it's really refreshing to see a game that that kind of just lets you go. But again, you can only do that by having the game be very easy to understand, right? And so there's like small little intricacies and little things that you discover along the way, right? Like the rocket jump is, you know, that I just mentioned. There's not really something that they let you know. All I did was like, okay, you can do a shotgun blast and it's really powerful. What if I like jump at the same time that I shoot and boom, you actually jump really, really high. There is a limit. You're like in this circular kind of arena and you are able to fall off of it. So you need to be careful. And you're like in complete darkness. So it's really easy for you to fall off. And there's like mods and stuff for Devil Daggers where like, you know, the arena kind of falls apart over time and stuff. There are no like alternate modes to this game. This is all that it is, which does kind of suck. If I do feel forced to give this game any kind of criticism, is that there's no multiplayer mode. I feel like this game would be perfect for multiplayer. You know, just have people like 2 or 3 dudes kind of collaborate and like sort of, you know, attacking all the dudes all at once. You know, together, you know, fighting together to beat this game with at least 2 or 3 other people. And then the other thing is modes, you know, just having alternate modes, having something that is based on your score, or having like a boss rush or something like that. I feel like that would be really cool, but no, the game just settles for like the pure experience, right, of just having this one challenge that, as far as I know, no one has been able to beat yet. And that's really saying something, with the creator of the game being like number 2 or number 3 on the leaderboards, you know? Like, the man himself is not even number 1. Ugh. And so it's really important to, like... This is a very PC-centric kind of experience, because you really gotta play this game with a mouse and keyboard, wearing headphones, because, you know, the game is really, really dark. Both visually and, like, you know, obviously metaphorically. With all of the skulls and all of the hellish imagery and whatever. So, it's difficult to kind of know where the enemies are coming from, right? And so with the headphones, you can hear, like, weird noises coming from the left side of my headphones. They're like, okay, I know that they're coming from here. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna play like a pro player and not destroy the tower, because I guess that makes things better somehow. There we go. Doing away with these guys. Easy. You see, when those skulls come out of the towers, it's important for you to kill them as fast as possible, because, you know, after a couple of seconds, they leave their chunk and they start to spread out everywhere. And so then it'll be a lot more difficult to track them down. There we go. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting all of these crystals ahead of time, you know? Am I wrong in doing this? I mean, all the pro players don't touch these towers at all until like way later, but maybe other towers that are more strong, maybe those get summoned earlier because I get rid of those faster. I have no idea. I'm sure there's some people that, like, know this game like the back of their hand. They know all of the details and all of the programming. There we go. I want to kill this guy as soon as possible. Ah. You see, the big problem with, running backwards in this game is that, there's enemies everywhere. So if you don't know where you're going, you'll, like, touch... Your back will touch to, like, one of the towers or any enemy or whatever, and you just die instantly. There's no chance of extra lives. You don't, get, like, a power-up or, like, a one-up or anything like that. One hit, and that's it. You're dead. You're absolutely done for, son. So you might think that, okay, you know, you die in one hit... You die in one hit, you have a very limited number of attacks. Your score is based on how many seconds you survive, so it's a really short-lived experience. Is this really a good game? Well, in my opinion, yes. I love the graphics, by the way, and like the head bobbing, the view bobbing and whatever. It reminds me a lot of early Quake. Reminds me of Quake, reminds me of Doom. One thing that I would love, though, is music. The opening menu has music. The game itself doesn't have any music. I was actually thinking of playing some music in the background, like right now. But I'm thinking that, you know, having like Persona music or like Shin Megami Tensei music would probably be perfect for this, because that also has like demons and whatever. I don't know. I feel like it would take away from the atmosphere of the game. You know, in a way, I'm glad that there isn't music, but at the same time, if they're gonna have, like, heavy metal licks or whatever in the opening menu, then you should probably have some in the game itself, you know? At least have it be optional. You can turn the music on or off if you want. I hate those spiders. They suck because they have a very specific, weak spot. It's not in the big red crystal, it's above it. It's, like, in the forehead. And so, they're so big... And you're running, you're running towards them from really far away, right? And there's no crosshair or anything to know where you're aiming at. Again, very Doom, very Quake, right? And so, the moment you actually start shooting them where you want, they, like, hide. And they don't show themselves, which sucks. They're, like, trolling you. They're like, oh, yeah, I'll leave myself open when you can't hit me. But now that you are hitting me, I'll hide away. And God knows when they'll open up again. And while that's happening, you're still getting chased by stuff, so like... Yeah, it's a really stressful experience in a really good way. It's really strange. Like, you have just different playthroughs where things go differently. There are days where you're like an absolutely like Zen karate master at this game. But then there are other times where, like, you make the stupidest mistakes, you can't hit anyone, random skulls just, you know, touch your butt and you die immediately. Is, the audio okay? I feel like it's not loud enough. Let's bump it up a little bit. Again, apologies for my sniffling. I know, I'm telling you guys, I'm just coming off of a cold. And, like, I was sick a couple of weeks back and I was getting better. And then my family came in, and as soon as they came in for Christmas, they were like, achoo, achoo, oh hey, how's you, achoo. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get sick again. And I did for a little bit. And so I started taking some medicine, and I got better. The most satisfying thing in the world is to know that you're gonna get a cold, and you start taking medicine early on so that you don't get like 100% sick. But I still have like a runny nose and stuff, and so, you know, I'm here. That's just annoying. Not sponsored by Pepsi, by the way. Although if Pepsi did sponsor us, that would be amazing. Hey, whoever's the head of marketing at Pepsi on Twitter, hey man, hit me up. I'm the marketing guy for GameTree. It's an app that allows you to, you know, get matched with friendships with people based on your personality and your taste in video games. And so, how Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they love to have, like, their advertisements based on, like, togetherness and the world coming together and whatnot. GameTree would be perfect for that. So, you know, just saying, hit me up, boy. Let's see. I have some music here on the Stream Deck, but I just don't know what music would be appropriate. In fact, I have none of this. None of this music would be appropriate. And I don't mean like, oh, it has inappropriate lyrics. It's one of that horrible rap music. No, I'm meaning like, it's so like not... It doesn't fit the tone at all. How about... Yeah, also the volume for this is really, really low because this is supposed to be like background music for, you know, videos and whatnot. Yeah, I don't really have anything here. How about this one? Yeah, and it's barely audible as well. I don't know. Let's see how that feels. It just feels wrong to play this with music. Again, it just takes away from, like, the, like, you're in hell and you're gonna die kind of feel to this game. And then there's, like, so much noise. Like, eventually, the noise of the enemies will be the music, you know? Because there's just so much of these noises that you're not really thinking about a soundtrack, you know what I mean? Yeah, eventually these enemies build up into like this horrendous cloud of skulls, which is so metal, bruh. And there we go. Oh! I hate those guys. Like, they purposefully make them faster than you so that they just catch up to you. You can't just run away from them forever. Rocket jump. Phew! Look at that. Oh! Wow. I jumped really high there. You know, I thought that after not playing this game for a long while, I said, oh, I'm gonna be so out of practice, I'm gonna die in like the first 5 seconds. But I'm like, oh, thank God, I still have the touch. I'm dying in the first 15 seconds instead. Totally different. I hate my nose right now. I really, really do hate it. I know that it's winter, and when the climate changes, most people are sick. That doesn't stop it from being annoying. I should just mute my mic every time I try to, like, you know, blow my nose. No! No, this is the worst. Can you guys even hear the music? I can barely hear it. Let's turn on the Stream Deck menu. It'll probably come on. Nope. Okay, it doesn't show up on the stream. That's good. So I can actually turn up the volume right here. Like right on the menu. I love the song. Time. How about the Mementos thing? Oh, no. I don't want to turn on the volume here. Turn on the volume on the Stream Deck. That'd be a little better. Usually I like undershoot the sound. Usually when I think, oh, that's good enough, you know? It's usually very low and you guys can barely hear it. And I can barely hear it. So usually I gotta go a little bit louder than what I think. But yeah, do you guys think that this music ruins the atmosphere? I think so. I think it absolutely does. But you know, just to make it a little bit more fun. Just to do things differently. Have you guys done that before where like you play a game that doesn't necessarily have a lot of music, or it does have music but it's all like copyrighted stuff, you know, like Grand Theft Auto or whatever, and so you end up playing your own music that won't get you in trouble, like video game soundtracks or just 10-hour versions of certain songs or whatever. Boom, boom. Hey, you see, this is what I'm telling you, man. In some playthroughs, I don't know, man, it's like they're doing this on purpose. Sometimes it takes like 10 hits to kill someone, and then in other playthroughs you can just tap on someone and they die immediately. Like, it's just weird. I guess it's more about precision. Ooh, boy. You see, like, if you can't kill him in that moment, like, you're screwed. Kill him! Come on, die! You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just kill them fast, and sometimes it just takes forever. Get away! Ugh. I forgot to mention, if those spider guys absorb those crystals that they're sucking in, they will actually summon a new monster, which is like this creepy ass green spider thing that just immediately chases after you. That is also really creepy, you know? Usually in video games, they show you the baby spiders first, and then like, oh, the boss battle is against the giant mama spider, right? Well, no. This is the other way around. They show you the big spider first, and then it's like, oh, well, if you don't kill me fast, I'm gonna summon the smaller spiders that will come and annoy you. You really, this is exactly the kind of game where you just have to hit your head against the wall until it eventually breaks, because you can complain all day about like, well, if I run on my back, then I just get hit from behind from whatever, you know? Or if I turn my back on enemies and run away from them, they're gonna be faster than me, they'll catch up and they'll kill me. So like, where the hell do I go? What am I even supposed to do? This game is impossible. But like, nope. There have been a lot of people that have been able to make it really far in this game. But they know a lot about crowd management and stuff. They know how to thin out the crowd efficiently. I've seen all of those replays where like they shoot a bunch of enemies and they like just clear the board. It's like empty for a while. They actually get some time to breathe because they're so good at killing them all fast. There we go. If you do this, if you shoot the floor, the bullets actually reflect up. You know, you can do this. And the bullets will go flying everywhere. It's really cool. Yeah, I figured I would die there. I was screwing around. Those kids screw around too much. Whatever happened to that guy in South Park? He appeared for a couple of episodes. I screw around too much. And then, he just disappeared. That guy wasn't a thing anymore. You think he'd be like a recurring character, but no. When Kenny dies, it's like, see what happens when you just screw around too much. South Park. They still haven't lost that touch, though. Whenever there's some sort of controversy or some political thing happening, they're always right on top of it. Alright. I can feel it. Spider-Man. Spider-Man is coming. Come here, you coward! Oh, yes! Oh, you two, get out of here. Yeah, upgrade! Yeah, don't screw with me, don't bully me. Don't bully me, I don't have no lunch money. I don't have any lunch money, get out of here. Is it just me or is that tower even, yeah. You know it's more powerful because it has more than, It has more than one crystal to... No! Your new high score! Come on, baby! No whammies! Whoa! And that's why I keep playing this game. It's so exciting, because when you surpass your time, you feel like you're a Zen karate master. It's like, yeah. Look at that. That skull there's like, hey, girl. But there we go. I have not surpassed my friend on my friends list, Lo. 88 seconds? What do you do, Lo? Come on, let me see your replay. What do you do to surpass my time? Which really is not that big of a deal because it's just 4 seconds more than what I just did. So, something really cool about the replay system is that you actually have controls. When you press the minus and plus key, you can actually slow it down. And you can fast forward too. Actually, no, not plus minus. There are certain buttons here. Yeah, there we go. So if you hit the comma button, which also is like the little arrows left and right. So that's slow motion right now. That's super slow. And then if you hit the period, the dot button, it goes a little faster. A little bit faster now, shout. A little bit faster now, shout. A little bit faster now, shout. There you go. Wasn't I see. This game is so cool, and I was not that guy. I'm an idiot. Yeah, but look at this man go. You see? He didn't kill the big spider in time, so now he's screwed. Now he has all of these little tiny green spiders catching up on him. They look like freaking Mountain Dew, all green and glowing over there. I didn't even see the man's replay. I was busy being a goof. But yeah, if you wanna like see very carefully what the dude is actually doing in that replay, you could legitimately just watch the replay and learn something. You know, why do you think that I'm giving you guys that tip of like, oh yeah, no, don't kill the towers right away. Let them accumulate and then just destroy them when there's like 5 of them out there so that you can upgrade super duper fast. Well, that's because I saw the replay. I saw other people play the game, and that's what I learned from them. Which is awesome. Not a lot of games do that. Yeah, boy. Okay, I hear the spider. Chickity, 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 chickity. Oh, yo, you bastard. You absolute madman. You see? That's how you know that my last playthrough was a bit of a fluke. You think yourself a god of this game, but then you realize that in all of your other playthroughs, you just end up getting killed after like the first 5 seconds. Just like before. 1 out of every 20 playthroughs you do well. I remember when I streamed this game for the first time, which was pretty close to the game's release. There was already like a really small community of people that were like, yeah, man, you're doing pretty good, actually, you know, for a newcomer. For like a scrub. You're not getting killed as much as I thought you would. And so, yeah, very, very quickly, whenever there's like a big video game challenge out there to overcome, there will always be a community surrounding it that people are just gonna try and figure out immediately, you know? That's essentially what Dark Souls is built upon, you know? Here's this really, really hard game, and everybody essentially gets together to beat it together, right? Oh, I hear you. Where I am. I don't even know how people stand still in this game. I've seen replays of people that, like, legitimately, they stop moving and they just shoot stuff. How? You're always getting chased by stuff. Yeah! Here we go. Okay, I'm getting a little better at this now. Getting a little better. You see, my problem is when this happens. When I'm, like, shooting everywhere and nothing happens. When no one is dying. But... Again, another thing that the game never tells you, but you discover, is that you can press the tab key. And look at that. There's a little timer up there. Actually, can I play this game with, like, the green screen on top? I feel like this is the kind of game that would be a lot better. It would be a lot better if you guys can get, like, the full picture of it. Yeah, there we go. Full game, but I want to see myself. Camera. There we go. Oh, but it's a little crappy. Hold on, let me crop some stuff out here. Yeah, I feel like, okay, just this once. Usually, I don't know how I feel about this little setup, but, I like, let's see. Maybe I should actually, like, physically move the camera so that, you know, move it a little closer. Oh, God, I'm wondering, like, what's happening? Like, what? The cable got caught up on something. Alright, tighten this out. Persona 5 soundtrack, everybody. Really, really oh my God. This crappy little poor excuse of a tripod. Is the tripod that comes with the webcam, so you know it's a piece of crap? Yeah, it doesn't even... There's like a little thing that you turn to like tighten it, and it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything at all. Okay, I think we got it now. I think we got it now. You see? No! I hate this! I hate you forever and ever. Amen. Forever and ever, amen. Oh, now my internet's dying. That's great. That's awesome. I love it when that happens. No. No. Hey, my head is cropped out. No. How about that? There we go. Yeah, I feel like this game is best when it's playing like this. I don't know. Should I like, I feel like I gotta angle it a little higher. No. Oh, man. Okay, let's try and play it like this and see how it goes. We have one viewer. At least from what I can see at Restream. Hello. Hello, whoever's there. Oopa. I think this is a little better, isn't it? I can't necessarily see the chat right now, but, I feel like people will like it a little better when it's, you know, when the full screen is just the game. And when, you know, when there's not, like a hub or, like, a lot of stuff to, you know, cover up with my body, then obviously people don't mind the webcam as much. The timer at the top is kind of distracting. I like that the game defaults you to not having the timer on there, because then, you know, you turn up, your eyeballs look up to look at the time, and like that split second that you're distracted is the difference between failure and success. There we go. Spray your daggers everywhere. Yeah, so the devil daggers are like legit like the bullets that you're shooting, which are 3D models, you know? They're like actual little 3D models that you're shooting out everywhere. Little 3D daggers. It's not 2D or anything. Boop. Get out of here. So yeah, you know, obviously this music doesn't fit the game at all, but I just thought it'd be funny. Oh, to put an appropriate music on here. Get out of here. Ah, stop farting out more skulls. Oh, there you are, spider. Big spider demon. Don't hide your face. You're beautiful. Accept yourself for who you are. Good. You see, if I don't kill it right then and there, right now, like when you see it, and if you don't kill it in like the next 3 seconds, that's it. You're never gonna kill it. You will never do it, and you will never be a successful person in life. I hate that my head is cut off. Alright, now would be a good time for me to look at the chat. I'm worried that my internet will die, and I'll have to re-upload the stream. What do I have? What things do I have turned on my computer that's like screwing over my connection? Not much. Just the fact that there's someone else living here. I have family members right now in the house, and so obviously they are using the internet all the time, and so that's taking up bandwidth space and whatnot. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't know how I used to have. I don't know how I adjusted my camera before, where like my head wouldn't cut off. It's ironic because I don't have the top cropped out at all, but I do have the sides. Let's bring the microphone down a little bit over here. Okay. Yeah, I liked it a little better. It just looks cooler when you just have it like this. I look a little bit smaller, but that's okay. I love though that the skull just kind of, hey, they kind of creep over. All right, I'll try. I'm gonna try it a couple more times, and then after that, we'll start looking at the replays because I want to see how the pros do it. I think we'll look at like the top 5 people, which have been like the top 5 people since forever. You know, there's never really been like a huge influx of like different people that have made it. It's usually been like the same couple of dudes. And they are dudes. Ah, I hate my nose right now. If I could like shoot my nose with like these devil daggers, I would. With like the little shotgun blast. Shoot all the mucus away. But that's what happens when you're sick. Or when you're pretty... I have seen people do this. I've seen people shoot those spiders and kill them in like 2 shotgun blasts, and that's it. But I guess their aiming is like perfect. They hit him square in the forehead, not the face, because that's not where its weak spot actually is. As soon as you start playing this game and you start failing and analyzing all the different enemies, you know precisely where the developer was like, "Ah, man, this is where he's trolling me." He knows that people are going to, like, logically think that, oh, you know, hit him in the big red spot, right? Well, no. It's just a trap. That's what they want you to think. Oh, no. I'm gonna summon big... If I bring my attention over to the big spider, the skulls kill me. If I bring my attention to the skulls, the spider kills me. Alright, you know what? You can press the tab button again. You press it once for the time, and you can press that a second time, so you can see more information. And so that more information is your highest score ever. The last time you scored, the last time you broke your record. That's on the left. Those are the 84 seconds that we did. What? And so then on the right, you have essentially your rival, you know, like the guy that is above you, the thing that you're supposed to beat, you know, the thing you're supposed to be aiming for. Higher and higher every time. Ah! Yeah. The person on the right is your competition. Which isn't always the same guy, obviously, unless you keep beating your score. Whoa. My internet connection just died. No! Oh, and it's back. There we go. The moment I complained about it, it came back. You know, I love having my family members here at my home. That's not really something that I will ever complain about. But if I will complain about one thing, is that my internet connection is really, really strong, but the moment that, like, it's really strong, but it's very delicate, you know? And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, when it starts to get strained, if there's, like, too many devices using the same, internet, then the internet will break for, like, 3 days, you know? It's not like, oh, turn off your phone, and there we go, the bandwidth is open again, and my download will be faster, or, like, I won't disconnect from the stream or whatever. No, like, I don't know. My internet connection here at home, it just has these weird things where, like, it's just not in the mood to stream sometimes. Sometimes... Ugh! There we go. Sometimes it works perfectly and I never have problems. Ugh! But then there are other days where, like, it just won't work with me. And there's literally no easily discernible reason why. Sometimes there's an internet outage. It's like, oh, we're doing maintenance on the servers or whatever. And so the internet will be gone for, like, the entire day on this specific day. But you won't know that until you, like, lose the internet. And you call them and then be like, oh, there's a maintenance outage in your area. Or you go to their to their website, to, like, at internetprovider.com. And then you see a map of your location and it's like, oh, if you're inside this circle, that means that there's an outage in your area. And the internet won't come back until tomorrow. It's like, ah, great. Would have been cool to get an email on that. You know, like ahead of time. But no. You always have to discover that the hard way. Ah! Alright, let's do a different song. Again, I know this is very inappropriate. The music, I mean. It doesn't fit the atmosphere, but I like these songs, and just to, like, you know, get rid of the monotony of, you know, just the same demonic sounds over and over again. And besides, I'm in a very Persona kind of mood right now, because I've been playing Persona Q2, New Cinema Labyrinth on 3DS. Yes, I'm playing 3DS games in 2019, believe it, as Naruto would say. I was working on a Game of the Year video for my own YouTube channel. And it came out a little bit ago. It got about as many views as I thought they would, which is like less than 100. I've been making other content that has really been taken off. If you guys know the anime One Piece, the anime and manga One Piece, then I've been making videos for that, like chapter reviews and like analyses of like commercials that have been coming out themed around One Piece. And those have been getting like 100,000 views and stuff. Like, those have been going really, really well. And I'm flexing on you guys right now because in like my 12 to 13 years on YouTube, those are like the first videos that I've ever taken off, like bar none. No other video has ever done that well. That's why, you know, I feel so proud about, like, you know, showing them off and stuff. It's not every day. The planet's literally aligned in my favor to, like, you know, have those videos take off. The most frustrating deaths in this game are those where, like, you know, the skeletons touch your butt and you die immediately because you don't see it coming. I wish I had like a rear view mirror or something, like in your, like how you're in your car. Or like, I don't know, just some visual in the game that kind of indicates how close or how far away the enemies are from you, because you can't defend yourself against something that you don't even know is coming at you. I mean, whatever, you know from the very get-go that the enemies are constantly, like, they're always chasing after you, like, you know that. But the problem is that you don't know the distance. You don't know how far away they are, how many they are, because then you see, just a second ago there weren't that many. Just a second ago there weren't that many enemies. Alright. I'll try it a couple more times. Okay, yeah, I'm getting rid of the timer and the score and everything because that's just distracting me. I keep looking up at it, and maybe that's why I haven't been doing that good. That and I'm talking about stuff. There we go, I actually have things to talk about, and I'm complaining about it. There we go. Yeah, it's very difficult to, like, be good at a game and to also talk a lot. Unless you're like a speedrunner, where like you've played the same game a billion times so that you can play it really fast. In which case, then, yeah, your mind just kind of automatically does a lot of things. I hate that! My god, you see, just let me know. Like, blink or something. Go beep, 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 hey. Like when a car goes in reverse, you know, it goes beep, beep, beep. Not all cars. This is like recent car technology where you have like the little camera on your car. I have a screen on my car, but every time, I hate that. Every time you turn it on, the screen essentially makes you sign an agreement. It's like, oh, do you comply and agree that this screen is a distraction? Yes, I do. I agree that this distracting screen is distracting. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for distracting me. and just to let me know that this screen is distracting, that you acknowledge that, so that when you crash and die, you don't sue us, because we warned you ahead of time. I am amazed at how corporations do that. Like, here's this thing that we are more than aware that it might kill you, but as long as we let you know ahead of time that it'll kill you, it's not our fault. That's the little loophole. Well, not a loophole. It's like just precautionary measures. Precautionary measures so that they don't get sued or whatever. Because God forbid they lose like a couple $1 million out of the billions that corporations make, you know? Why is the audio so loud? Oh, God. You see, the problem is that my mouse is going crazy whenever I play this game. When I finish the replay, my mouse ends up on a totally different place on the screen. And so that's usually outside the window. And so I accidentally ended up turning up, actually, just to make sure that I don't accidentally do that again. Sorry about that, by the way. I'm sure you guys got, like, ear raped, and that wasn't my intention. I'll try and move the window a little bit more away from the game window, the OBS window, away from the game window, so I don't accidentally touch anything. And I kind of need to have it like that, because then, you know, if it's not a borderless window or something, I'm not able to, like, look at the chat or, like, see, check up on OBS or anything like that. So I kind of need to have it A, windowed, and B, be able to move outside of the window. Should we start looking at the replays? We are 10 seconds away from 1 hour, so we can focus a little bit of the second hour on some replays. Let's look at the global rankings. Should we just, like, head straight into it and just go for the #1 guy? We can play it in slow motion if we want. You see, it's taking longer. You see, look at this guy. Let's study this. Let's analyze this man and see what makes him so superior. So obviously killing these guys fast. The guy's not moving. He's not like me where I'm just running around in circles everywhere. You see, this guy's good. He's like a Jedi. He doesn't have to move. He just senses it. He feels it. You see, he's not moving. The dude is just letting those little spires live. What? There's 2 of them? You see, the dude just annihilated them immediately. Look at that. He's so good at it. So the dude already upgraded. And I think it is at around this point where he starts to, like, he starts to destroy all the towers. You see, early on, as soon as those things, as soon as the skulls start to come out, he tackles them. Yeah, now he has a cloud of enemies already behind him. There we go. There's one. He just freaking leaves them there, man. He doesn't even touch the towers at all. He has his 3-finger upgrade. Slowly but surely, he's destroying these towers. He's good. He's essentially running in circles around the edges of the stage. He's like jumping and running at the same time. I guess that makes you run faster. I don't know that. Alright, more spiders. And again, the guy just boop. He barely even turns and he hits him dead on. Did you guys see that giant centipede? There was a giant centipede. Hold on, let's slow down. Let's look at that chaos. Just look at that chaos. A billion bullets just for one skull. Look at him. Yeah, turn around. Look at all those enemies. I love that games can do this. Go into slow motion like that. Ugh. Imagine playing this game in virtual reality. This game would be hell. I mean, it is hell, but it'd be even more hell. So when do you actually... I kind of figured he would just kill these guys en masse, but like... You know, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that giant centipede. Just flying around in the air. Flying around all happy like he owns the place. And he has like a billion little weak spots. There we go, he's going at it. He's going at it. He's gonna brrr, just like completely annihilate that whole line. Okay, this is the normal speed, I think. There we go. 4 fingers. Going at it. If you guys are like epileptic or something and you can't handle flashing little images, then yeah, this is gonna be bad for you. The hand, when you shoot, is making a different noise now. Yeah, the centipede doesn't really chase after you, but everyone else kind of does. How is this man not dead? Look at this. Like half the stage is just enemies. How? How the hell do you kill him in one shot? It takes me like a whole minute for me to kill those dudes. Well, I mean, again, he is upgraded. The guy does have a more powerful hand than I do. But still. Oh my god. Like, a slow motion version of this entire playthrough will be like the best like animated desktop wallpaper ever. At least a screensaver. Jeez, like at the opening of the game with all the skulls and everything, that'd be an awesome screensaver. But look at this. He's got a whole Black Friday trample crowd of just skulls and demons and stuff. You see, he has no score up top on the right because there's nobody to best him. He's number 1. So there's no rival for him to beat. The guy's just peppering the whole stage. Peppering the whole stage with shotgun shells. Shotgun daggers. Do you guys remember when the floor in the game was like brown or whatever? When it actually looked like a floor and not just a pool of red? They may be skulls, but apparently they bleed. Look at that. He's just spreading all of it. Look at that. He just went like that. Whoa, dude. That's insane. The guy has officially fully upgraded. Look at him. He has all 5 fingers now. Okay, I don't know if this counts as like a boss or something, because these guys definitely look way more hardcore than the regular centipedes. But yeah, there's 3 of them and they're enormous. Yeah, these guys don't necessarily chase after you, but like they are kind of a bee to kill. Alright, back to normal speed. Look at him. Again, how do you kill those things in one shot? Yeah, these guys are actually hiding. What? How? Oh yeah, and then that guy, look at that. An even bigger, even worse version of the spider. Bigger and more green. Greener than ever. Oh yeah, and of course, if you let the spiders grab the red crystals, then they're just gonna summon a bunch of ugly enemies. Look at that. That is so amazing. That is such... That should be in like an oddly satisfying compilation. Look at that. The crystals don't even matter at this point. You're essentially grabbing them just so that the spiders don't grab them at this point. I don't know if there's like a bigger upgrade beyond this point. I don't think there is. But yeah, it's crazy. Knowing that there's still so much more... Oh, rocket jump. Knowing that there's still so much more of the game left. It really makes you wonder why they let you upgrade fully so fast. Look at that, there's nothing! He just cleared the board. This guy is standing still. He's like, yeah, sure. Taking a breather, probably grabbing a beer, just taking a little swig of his drink. Leaving these towers alone, just waiting for these guys to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, the first boss of the game. The giant, like, death chandelier or whatever. Yeah, so After a certain point, you know, if you didn't think that everything from before was hell, well, welcome to hell, because this is definitely it. I mean, what do? Just shoot it? And obviously, when you're watching the replays ahead of time, then you obviously know where to shoot it, right? And there we go. Dead already. The boss didn't even last like 5 seconds. I don't remember that ball. I guess you have to destroy that too. And I guess the shotgun shells are more powerful than the machine gun. I would have just held the mouse down and waited for it to die. What? Did you just 360 no-scope that ball? What is that? God, the visuals in this are insane. Da-da-da-da-da. The sounds, man. The freaking sound effects for your 100% upgraded gun for your hand. I love that, you know, because there's no music. The sound is now so much more important. And so much more impactful. How is this man not dead? But keep in mind that we're about to reach like the halfway point of this guy's playthrough. My like 77 seconds already feel like incomprehensible, you know, cluster truck of enemies. There we go. Now you have these like spikes that come out of the ground. You gotta kill those too. Yeah, you see, this only comes out of one of two things. One, you're either really good at shooters just in general, or B, this guy just slayed away at this game. Just going and going and going and going and going until he just mastered it. He just freaking mastered this thing. I really do want to see how the other people play, because it's really easy to just look at the number one guy and be like, oh yeah, that's how I gotta play. But, I think it's important to look at the people that are lower on the echelon, so that you can see how they work their way up as well. And, you know, just to see if they have a different tactic as well, right? To see if, you know, if there's anything that they do differently. Look at this explosion of daggers. Look at it when he does the shotgun blast. Look at that. That's like 70 daggers all at once. Look. It's just an explosion of bullets. A little slow. There we go. That's normal speed? No, that's fast forward. That's a little slow. One. Is that really normal speed? It feels like... Yeah, I know. This is like fast forward. I can't find any in between. Oh my god. Everybody's just falling. There we go. This is normal speed. I don't know why I wasn't able to find the in-between. Oh, no, wait, no. This is a little slower. There we go. How? He just shot the floor and killed these guys immediately. Again, what? Because there's just so many bullets. That guy just jumped over the skull and shot it. He just hopscotched that guy. Oh, what the hell is that? I hate that you have, like, further, like, evolved versions of all the enemies. Because that just means more work for me. How the heck am I ever gonna reach this height in the game? I don't think I ever will. Considering how, I mean, I love playing this game, but I don't know if I will ever, like, obsessively work my way up in the way that this guy does. I don't know, man. And even this guy has not reached the end yet, as far as I know. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but apologies for all the nose sniffling, nose noises. I know it's super annoying, but like, I'm just sick, man. I can't help it. I'm taking medicine for this. I promise. Honest. That green skull, man. That guy, that big spider is bigger and has an even tinier weak spot. I already struggle enough with just, the one, like, normal spider. Imagine the bigger one. Yeah, this guy already got the whole thing memorized. Actually, that would be a good question to ask. Does everything spawn in exactly the same place? Or is it all, like, randomly generated or whatever? Because if it's randomly generated, and nothing, like, pops up in the same area, then you can't just memorize it, you know? You just kind of have to be on your toes all the time. You see, there's a different enemy that just came out. You don't even have time to look at him, see his character model, or appreciate the design or anything, because the dude's already dead. Those spiders, I don't know what they do. Look at that. The spider shows up and boop. There we go. Done. I like seeing the animation of them dying as well. Seeing kind of how they fade out. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Do I still have more? Uh-oh, soda ran out. Something that I'm doing right now is that I'm getting really fat on Christmas candy and stuff like that, because my mom, when she came over for Christmas, she just left recently. She brought us this like Christmas boot with like our initials on it, and inside of it was a bunch of different candy. And it was funny because there's like, you know, Skittles, chocolate, these like little chocolate sticks, a whole bunch of stuff, and then like the last thing was like a pack of peanuts. Like, great. We should probably be eating more like other more healthy stuff, as opposed to like all of this chocolate that you're giving us. And so the other day I just ate this big like Hershey's white chocolate kind of thing, and I just feel really fat. I'm not fat, but I feel fat because I very, very rarely ever eat candy. Like, that's not a thing that I do. Ever since I, like, you know, graduated high school and moved out of my parents' house to go to college, I have not drank, you know, soda. Again, like, when it comes to, like, family reunions, going out, eating out, celebrations, when it comes to special occasions like that, especially when you're eating out, yeah, I'll drink soda. But other than that, which is most of the time, I don't drink any of that. You know, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol, I don't drink soda, you know, carbonated drinks or whatever. So what the hell do I drink? Mostly water and juice. And then sometimes, I go to the Walmart and I buy little packets of, like, flavored powder or whatever. It's like, oh, I put this in the water and it tastes like orange juice, you know? And even that is, like, vitamin C healthy or whatever. So, like, you know, me not having, like, an addiction or, like, a habit of, you know, drinking and ingesting all that stuff, I think that's what's going to make the difference between living a long life and like dying young. But you know, you have the occasional moments where like I just gorge myself on this candy. Also, I like potato chips a lot, and so there's this one particular bag of chips that I like. Look at that spider. Look at the design of this spider. Because the game goes by so fast, you can't really appreciate the artistry of the actual 3D model, but it's incredible. Look at the detail on the spire. Look at that spike. That looks like something out of like the Elder Scrolls Oblivion or something. I love that you can play this in slow motion, because you get to like really appreciate how the game looks, how good it looks. Look, the ground, look at the ground. It's completely 110% covered in blood. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. But yeah, like, I usually don't eat like junk food or anything like that all too often, but when I do, I always feel bad. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna, you know, I exaggerate too much, you know. The moment I eat a bag of chips, I always feel like I'm gonna get diabetes tomorrow. But like, no, dude. Like, I practically never eat that stuff. But you know, when I do, I enjoy it. I'm not entirely against it. Look at that, one-shot it. Get a one-shot it. By the way, the dude hasn't upgraded his hand at all. After the 5 fingers, that's it. You're done. There aren't any more upgrades beyond this point, which is kind of weird how they let you upgrade fully very, very early on. That guy wasn't even at like 300 seconds, and the dude already had a full hand, you know? All right, let's speed it up a little bit. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. I think this is the normal time. I would love it if the game actually... Oh, there's like homing shots. Look at that. I guess that's a new ability or something. Like the bullets that like fly and track the enemy. I forgot about that. I mean, that already existed since forever, but like that comes with like the full hand, I think. I don't know if you have to charge it or you can just do it whenever. Yeah, look at that. It's like those pink bullets. That's so crazy. Yeah, look at that. That's wild. I'm gonna have a chocolate stick. I'm here talking about my junk food or whatever, and here I am just starting to eat, enabling to have it. My nose is feeling a little better now, so what better way to enjoy that than to like not talk, huh? I've always liked these things. These are always nice. What better way to celebrate Christmas than to take in the hellish landscape that lays before me? So how was your Christmas? Mine was aight. I got some nice presents. I'm 25 years old. So I am very much within that age of like, I don't get cool shit anymore. You know? Like, I've reached that age in my life where I don't get like video games and toys or whatever. I mean, I obviously have like close family members, like, you know, my brother, he gives me, you know, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, he got me that for Christmas. And he gave me another really cool thing that I'll maybe show at some point. But look at this. We're getting pretty close to the end here. The guy dies at like 1,112 or something, somewhere around there. So we're getting close to the end here. Whoa, that was cool. I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. How do you keep up? At this point, like 940 seconds, I would have already died 20 times. Whoa. Did you see how the homing missiles, how they kind of just shot in like a straight line like that? And then they expanded. Look at that. He's not even thinking about it. Yo. This man is nuts. So, we had that giant, like, bone chandelier As like a boss battle that died in like 5 seconds because this dude is insane. Are there any other bosses? Because you would think that, you know, like at around this point into the round, there would have already been another boss. You know? Maybe it's just in the form of these enemies just being a lot bigger and scarier. But it would have been nice to have like the you know, that red animated background and like formally have like some bigger, meaner enemy. It seems like it's been far too long since we last saw it. And if the game really has an ending, and if there are multiple bosses, that means that this guy hasn't even gotten out of phase 1 yet. I don't know. There's a lot that I don't know about this game. But you know, like, I'm sure people have like data mined it and stuff. And like, they have figured out what lies ahead, or you know. Oh, you know, I saw in the folders of the game that there's like this big final boss 3D model or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure people have already picked this game apart, or who knows? Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass and the game is infinite, you know? Is this never-ending hellscape. And you just die whenever you die, and that'll be it. But I could have sworn that I heard somewhere that the game does have an ending. That it eventually ends and that there are multiple bosses, other than just the one that we saw. Alright, it is at around this time where the dude dies. What kills him? I wonder. Nothing has been able to touch this guy. I'm assuming he just either got distracted or overwhelmed or something. It would be cool to actually see like the like a 3D model of the enemy that kills you, so that you know specifically what to look out for. Yeah, this... Oh! The guy just bumped into something. He didn't even get attacked. The guy just wasn't paying attention. He just, like, slammed his head. He slammed his head onto one of the towers, and that's it. He died. If he hadn't bumped into that, the guy would have just lasted a lot longer. Wow. Golf clap for you, my friend. Alright. So there's this guy, Olaf. Chupacabra? Let's see what Chupacabra's got going on. Okay, so this is a totally different person. This is not the #1 guy. I want to see what this guy does. I especially want to see what the guy does early on, so that I can kind of emulate it. So first of all, he already has like 110 precision here. The guy doesn't just spray and pray. The dude legit just shoots whenever he needs to, stands still, doesn't panic, doesn't move around a whole lot. He just does what's necessary. Yeah, and yeah. A lot of it is kind of based around practice. Just, you know, fighting these dudes many times and just knowing precisely how to aim and where to hit them. Yeah, man, but that other guy, Bitter or whatever his name was, he was in a whole nother level. And this guy also reached the 1,000 mark, so obviously he ain't nothing to sneeze at either, but I am very interested in seeing the tactics, you know? First of all, to see if they vary, you know? If there really are, like, different tricks and ways to, like, play this game, or if there really is just one true way to play this and just pay a lot of attention, you know? Is it a matter of being clever with it, or is it a matter of literally just practice makes perfect? Just keep going and going and going until ultimately you just have everything memorized. So this guy, just like the other dude, he's letting those little towers live. I know it's a bit of a contradictory thing to say. Tiny tower. Not really a tower if it's tiny, right? Alright, Chupacabra's doing like the spray and pray kind of tactic there. Now that he upgraded his stuff. Already he upgraded twice. He has his 4 fingers. Pretty soon, he's going to move on to the 5th and final finger. That'll give him maximum finger. Unlimited finger works. He could be in the Fate anime for all I care. This dude's summoning everything out of nowhere. Oh! Yeah, so he's kind of thinning out the crowd here a little bit. So something that I'm noticing is that they're not really running. They're like jumping. And I guess that just makes you go, yeah, this guy's moving a lot faster. And that's how the Skulls and all of those guys, all of those floating enemies are not hitting him at all. They're like way behind. Because he's doing the jumping thing. And of course, I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? I never jump when I'm playing. But why would they give you a jump button if there was no reason for you to use it, right? Usually when you think jump, you think, oh, platforms, right? But I don't see any platforms, so I'm not gonna jump. That's just the regular logic of it. But no, it's like the game gives you all of these things to use for a reason. And so if you don't use your tools, you're not gonna get better, you know? You gotta take advantage of everything that the game has in store. Even that thing of like shooting the floor that like reflects the bullets upward, you know? When you're fully upgraded like this and you have like 1 billion daggers coming out of your hand per minute, per second, per millisecond, there we go. He's got the full fiver, the full 5-hander. Got the full handy. He's got the full hand job right there. You got a complete hand job. Yeah, you see that cloud of skulls? They're gone now. They don't exist anymore. Oh. Serpentine. Those are not centipedes. Those are like millipedes. They're way longer. And bigger. Oh. Yeah, you know, when you're in a situation like this, you don't even know what to target first. And there aren't any skulls that are floating around chasing you at this point. It's just the centipedes and the spiders. And so, if this were me, I would take care of the spiders first, knowing that they absorb the crystals. And these guys have like a gazillion crystals on their bellies. So I think the best thing to do would be to kill the spiders first so that the crystals that come out of those guys don't get absorbed by them. And then I just end up getting like 1 million other enemies coming at me. I love those other skulls, by the way. If you guys notice, there's almost like a crab skull or like a motorcycle kind of skull. Ah, peace and quiet. It's crazy. It's crazy that you can just clear the board like that. There we go. It's always really funny when I see those turns up like, boop, you know, oh, missed one. Boop. Yeah, there we go. Take a drink of your beer. Get ready and get up. Stretch a little bit. And then the next round comes in. Ba-da-ba-ba-dum. And then you have that chandelier. You see, yeah, there we go. Already, is it just me or did the lights flicker for a second? The guy knew that it was coming, so the dude was already shooting at it. And then you have like these other like the enemies are like flying towards it to like give it power or something. Alright, he's destroying a couple of... Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like Chupacabra has ever stopped jumping. It looked like he's always jumping. I feel like now he's not doing it, but like for the most part is a constant bunny hop kind of movement here. Interesting. So one of the big things that I'm lacking here is definitely that. is the jumping. I don't do that at all. But obviously they give you a jump button for a reason, so I better start finding ways to use it. Because one of the big reasons for why I'm getting killed is because the smaller enemies are catching up to me. They catch up to me from behind because they're faster than me. And I'm here asking myself, is there a way for me to go faster? And there is. I just don't use the means by which I can achieve that. And I feel like making a habit out of that jump will actually boost me up to the next level, I think. I made it to like 80 seconds. 84 seconds or whatever. Well, my rival above me made it to 88, so... How much do you predict I will advance? Like, if I get the jumping down... and knowing ahead of time what these enemies can do and how to kill them, will I be able to reach 100 seconds? Do you guys think I can make 100? Not now. I don't know that, you know, in these 30 minutes that I have left on the stream, I don't think I'll be able to do that, but, you know, it's just a thought. If I actually take the time to practice, Seven String Theory on Twitch is saying he was out of homing daggers and got overwhelmed. Seems to me like he just bumped into... Like, he was running, turned around, and ah, shit, Spire, and boom. Like, he just bumped into one of those towers. I feel like that if the guy had, like, just turned around a little bit... If the guy hadn't turned around, I feel like the dude could have actually have... He could have made it a couple seconds more. For how long have you been there, Seven String Theory? I apologize that I haven't responded to you. I kind of make it a habit to sort of just talk on my own, because these streams are very, very small. They're not that popular. We just barely started streaming over here at GameTree. At least regularly. We used to do other streams. We even had, like, Russian streams for, like, Russian players. A long time ago, but, we kind of fell off of the streaming game. But now we're back because when you know, obviously, when John hired me, he knew that I was a YouTuber. He knew that I had a lot of experience with live streaming and video content creation and stuff. And so I'm kind of you know, taking over the helm for a lot of the Kickstarter video creation kind of stuff. And so that's been most of my time, just making B-roll and creating little animated segments and stuff for the videos that we're just gonna plug into the final video later. There's a lot of work to be done. And so, my personal YouTube channel, Good Game of Fun, even though it has, like, pretty close to 5,000 subscribers, which obviously is really small, but is nothing to sneeze at either. Even those streams are not that popular. In fact, I might actually stream a little bit on my personal channel after this. But, yeah, usually when there's no one watching, you know, obviously, you can't just, you know, get an attitude about it and just give up, right? Because then it's really unpleasant watching another streamer just complain about how little viewers they get, because then the entire stream just devolves into them, you know, being pitiful, feeling bad about themselves, complaining about how they're not making it or whatever. And then all they get after that is just people apologizing or getting, like, pity comments and stuff. And I kind of don't want that. Could you imagine if there was, like, America's Got Talent or, like, some other show where you have to show off your talents and you just complain that people don't appreciate you enough? You get booed out of there, you know? People would just think that you're just a prick. The best thing to do, no matter what, is to just have fun with whatever you're doing, even if there's no one there, you know? That's why you have to learn to be a little bit narcissistic and just learn how to talk to yourself a lot and just really like the sound of your own voice. You have to learn to love your own voice, because like that, you get yourself talking. You gotta learn, you know, if you want to be a good YouTuber, especially a Let's Player, you have to learn improv. If you can take some improv classes, that would be awesome. I never took improv classes. I just kind of, you know, charge my head against the wall until I eventually learned it. I've been doing YouTube for like 13 years, and I feel like if given the opportunity, I can kind of, you know, compete with some slightly bigger people, but, you know, I've always been relatively small, but I've always had fun no matter what. Now, recently, I have been a bit more bitchy. I have been a bit more whiny and complainy because, I've been doing it for 13 years and I'm still barely at 5,000 subs, right? But, just recently, my videos have been taking off a little better. And so if I just capitalize on that and make more content relating to, like, One Piece and stuff like that, I think I'll do fine. Especially now with the chapter, reviews for the manga that have gotten really, really exciting. I think if I continue to pursue that, my viewership will go up. Although I'm getting into a community that is already pretty oversaturated as it is. But yeah, when you're streaming or recording the Let's Play, you know, whether you're offline or online, you gotta learn how to, like, keep going with the talking, you know? I know that there's some live streams or even some Let's Plays that people actually enjoy it when you're not talking. When you just, like, occasionally interject with something. Or, like, when you don't talk during the cutscenes or whatever. There's, like, a certain group of people that are, like, very, like, anti-entertainment kind of YouTuber. Very anti-riffing on the cutscenes. Very anti, you know, talking over a lot of things. Which, I kind of understand to a certain point. But, on the other hand, I've always had that opinion of, like, well, if you're gonna watch a very specific YouTuber to play a certain game, wouldn't you want them to talk? Wouldn't you want to hear their opinion on things? Wouldn't you want to see how they handle certain situations within the game? And hear their thought process? Like, if you just want to see a Let's Play where someone is barely talking, then what the hell is the difference between that and a regular gameplay video with no commentary? Or just you playing the game yourself, you know? If you don't want to hear people talk, then YouTube is, like, the worst place that you can go, honestly. Unless you, like, specifically look for, like, a walkthrough there's more of a guide on how to beat certain parts of the game as opposed to, like, a fun adventure or a playthrough with someone else, you know? I know it's really ignorant and stupid and disconnected to be like, why would you watch someone else play a game? Can't you just buy the game and play it yourself? Anyway, excuse me as I watch the Super Bowl, like, you know? But really, like, when people complain about, like, just shut up, I don't want to hear your stupid voice. Well, like, if you don't want that, then why are you on the internet watching people play games? Why can't you just play the game yourself when it seems like the last thing that you want to see is someone else playing a game, you know? You just want to watch the game like it's a movie with no commentary. In which case, look for walkthroughs. Don't look at Let's Plays. Because Let's Plays are kind of a category, like a branch, that implies a personality kind of reacting and sort of riffing on it. And commentating on it, you know? A playthrough is what you want. Because walkthroughs or playthroughs or whatever, those two words are a little bit interchangeable. Walkthrough is more of like there's more of an implication that it's a guide, you know, like guaranteed you'll, like, you know, you'll see the optimal way to play, and you'll see somebody beating something that you might get stuck with. But playthrough is kind of the same thing. But yeah, you know, it's tough. I mean, I get it. Sometimes there's like I got complaints a long time ago from playing Dragon Quest 11, and there was like a particularly emotional moment in the game, and I was just talking all over it and making jokes and whatnot, saying that, like, you know, the path of butterflies going towards the afterlife kind of looked like a Mario Kart stage, like Rainbow Road. And I just put like that, I put like little Mario Kart footage over it and stuff. And I thought it was really funny, but then I got comments saying that it was in poor taste, as if someone actually died in real life, you know? So there's a part of my mind that says, alright, calm down, it's not that serious, it's a video game, okay? But then there's another part of me that's like, no, I have been affected positively by video games in many ways, and there's stuff that I appreciate, that I would like people to pay attention to as well, right? So it's not fair for me to, like, be a dick in certain parts of the game, because, you know, there's games that I really like where other people act like dicks and talk over everything, and I get angry, so that would be very hypocritical of me. So it's like, you know what? Do whatever you want. Or, like, you know, I'll also try and be respectful in certain parts, but, you know, I still hold my ground of the argument of, like, dude, it's just a video game. No one actually died in real life. You know, it's fine. Notes T4 posted a YouTube link. Streamlabs is saying, please refrain from posting links. Yeah, I don't have links activated on Twitch, dude. I'm seeing that you're posting more comments. I can't actually move my window right now. I gotta wait for this man to perish before I can do that. But I see that you're posting more comments. I'll look at him in a second, boyo. My boy! I haven't gotten any complaints over the music, so I'll just assume that it's okay. I mean, again, like, I like not having music because it just adds to the incredible atmosphere that this game has. What the hell am I looking at? This is just a cluster of stuff. You see, now this is getting overwhelmed. This is getting overwhelmed. How does that compare to my 84 seconds? An early game guide to Devil Daggers. Ah, it's a YouTube video. Well, luckily for you, I'm looking at the chat through Restream, and I am actually able to see the link that you just posted. I'm not gonna play the video here, but I'll leave it on a separate tab so that I can look at it later. It's 49 minutes long. Holy hell. Okay, as a very soft-spoken guy going, alright guys, I'm gonna teach you Devil Daggers. The first thing that you want to do is to fucking kill yourself. No, ooh, I'm seeing on the recommended videos, Binter. So this is like the #1 guy on Devil Daggers right now. Binter gets 114.3350 seconds in Devil Daggers. Ooh, this is the one that we just saw. 18 minutes. So this is Binter himself saying, after like 8 months, I've finally got my stretch. I'm very happy with this run. Lots of 360s in style and a skull swimming on the floor right away. That doesn't happen in real gameplay, by the way. I think it's a replay smoothing artifact. In-game settings, left hand, flash hand. Is there a difference between like right hand and left hand? Sorat's remastered Devil Dagger soundtrack. Just a soundtrack of what? One track? Matthew Matosis made a review of this game. It's 18 minutes, understandably. All right, I'll keep this. I'll keep these in separate tabs. I'm on the GameTree. I'm on the GameTree YouTube channel right now, so I don't necessarily want to have that kind of stuff on the channel's like viewing history or whatever. But hey, all right. So for how long have I been going? I have like 13 minutes left. All right. Why is the sound different? Why does it sound so scary? What? No more sound effects? Wait, what's going on? Why does it sound so scary? Okay. I don't know why it sounds like that, but that's scary. Yeah, you see, this should be a screensaver. Alright, so here you can see what all the buttons do. DUASD, you move. You can obviously rebind all of these keys if you want. Rapid, tap for shot. Homing is mouse 2. Ah, I see. Jump space, toggle HUD with tab, quick restart with R. Replay, period. Ooh, you can reset the speed with slash. Replay toggle view? with M. What is that? The toggle view. I don't know what that means, man. Why does it sound so scary? Alright, here we go. I don't know what I did to get it to sound like this, but... there we go. Well, I'll do what the pro players do and just leave those things alive then. I don't know what good that does for me. I've still yet to really understand, like, why they actually do it. I guess it's just to, like, accumulate a lot of crystals. I'm mashing that space bar now. This would be the perfect game to play in, like, Halloween and stuff. You see, but now I can't hear the spider. Oh. Ow. Is there something I did? M. Oh! Whoa! They're actually showing the entire map and where all of the enemies are coming from. Oh, dude, I want to watch like a professional... I want to watch a professional replay of this. I had no idea this existed. Olaf. Come on. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but you know. So this is this guy's replay. Why does the game sound like this now? Remember, set the speed M. They literally just changed the camera view to like just the top so that you can see everything. So can I like speed it up like this? There we go. Oh, upgraded. Have it be really slow. Ooh. Oh my god, this game is sick. This game is so sick. There we go. So there's only two views. Only like the first person view and the scene from here. Can I like move around like it's Gary's mod? Like just, no. Just like that. It's just the one circular arena. I love that there's no actual character model for your dude. It's just a handle. I want to get a view of this when it's like really crazy. Look at that. Ooh. Look at this dude. Look at that cloud of enemies. You know how when you watch like a swarm of bees? Like that. Look at all these enemies. Yeah, so this dude just upgraded his stuff. If the guy shoots up into the sky, will it hit the camera and kill me instantly? Will the daggers come out of the screen and stab me? Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Yeah, there we go. You're seeing that guy die. And now we're seeing the little centipedes die. Speed it up a little. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is... oh! You can't even see! Yeah, just kill it instantly. So fast. Oh my god, the centipede does chase after you. I was wrong. It does chase you. Oh, that's scary. This dude just... huh. You see, now, it just feels so, so slow in comparison now. Look at that. Just one-shotting these guys. How are they even doing this? Maybe after a certain time of the day, the sound changes? I have no idea. This is the first time I have ever had the game sound like this for me. And this is definitely the game. This is not like the other tabs that I have opened. So don't hit those towers. Just leave them alone for now. There we go. I'm getting better at the early game here. At just, you know, thinning these out immediately. Yeah, killing these guys with the shotgun blast is the best. No. No! These guys are just catching up to me. Ugh. The funny part is that killing the enemies isn't even the goal, you know? It's just to survive. But, you know, the enemies don't care. They'll just keep coming after a certain amount of time. And I guess if you kill them fast, you get that breathing room that all of the pro players get. Fatava's team in Persona 5 is incredible. I just jumped over one of those guys. No, spider. It's right there. Aww. Come on now. Don't be like that, baby girl. I almost feel like I want to reset the game. Just X out of it and then come back. Because I don't know how I feel about the game sounding like this. Is this something that I did? Is this like a setting? Flash hand. What did I do? Left hand, invert axis, audio. HRTF? What even is that? I don't even know what HRTF is. I guess that's just something that happens over time. No idea. Can I look at, like, the worst player? Oh, look, it's me. No, I'm just looking at myself here. Friends, stats. You can just keep going. At 800. Name, Higazon, Dicky. Logan, Deep Fear. Let's just look at some random person. Oh, there we go. They're not red. That's saying no, they're not cool. Ethan Strawberry. Yeah, I knew there was one guy that was like Twitch stuck. I'm using a game. What? I'm using a GameCube controller? He's playing this game with a GameCube controller. Yeah, you can tell. The way that he's turning is so GameCube. That is so GameCube. That's something that I'll say whenever I see something that's, like, cool and underappreciated. Oh my gosh, Chelsea? That is so GameCube. Boop. I love this view so much. You just get a view of everything. So if this guy can get as far as he did with a GameCube controller, what did he reach? Like 500 or whatever seconds? And I'm here with a mouse and keyboard, can't even make it to 80. I only got 84 once. Right. There's the GameCube controller. Alright, I'll do just a couple more runs. My time is up. My time is up. Yeah, we're about to reach the 2-hour mark, and that's gonna be my prompt to leave because I'm not sure if I want to start streaming on my own channel right now. I don't know if I want to. Maybe I will. It is Friday after all. Alright, let's do a couple more runs of this, and then we'll just end it, because I don't see myself doing any better. You're like, yeah, we're about to surpass Bitter right now. Binter, whatever his name is. Binter. Oh yeah, we'll be so much better than him. Also, with the sound just suddenly changing, like I actually don't have a good... I don't have a good sense of where the enemies are. Like, I just hear this droning noise and I can't actually hear the sound effects at all. So I don't know if I did something that made it that way. Maybe it's just the soundtrack? I don't know. Oh, great. Okay, so what if I X out of the game and open it up again? Will it show me the original sound, or... Oh, so rough. Give me a second. Ooh, config loaded gamepad. Wait, I can actually play with the gamepad? I doubt it. All right. Oh, wait. All right. Let's open this up and do that. Okay. There we go. Full game. Full game. Let's play for just a little bit more. I know we reached 2 hours, but I just wanna keep playing, man. Let's play. This game's fun. This game's fun. I know I'm not supposed to kill those, but here I am. Where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, boom! There we go. Where's Mr. Spider? I hear you. There we go. They just, yeah. Like, the vast majority of the deaths that I go through in this game are, people just kind of coming up from behind and ganking me. Showing me a bad time. There we go. Boop. Yeah, when you just shoot a lot like a maniac, that never gets you anywhere. You gotta be zen about it. Hello. Son of beach. There we go. Oh! Oh. Yeah, what you can do is that you can start shooting the top of this thing, because that's where they come out. You can just kill them before they even get a chance to fly around happily through this black arena. Where'd you come from? Huh? Get out of here. There we go. No, he'll absorb the thingy. You see, how is it possible for the other players to, like, just stand still and, like, shoot the guy? But when I do it, I get killed, like, immediately the second after. Again, you kind of just have to memorize this game. You just gotta memorize it. Just know the pace of how everybody comes out. What? What hit me? I don't even know what the hell hit me. Okay. 3 more tries. Just 3 more. And then we'll end it, because I really do want to stream on my other channel, and if I stream too late, no one will watch. I mean, nobody watches anyway, but, like, I at least want to have a couple of people show up. And again, just before I wrap up the stream, apologies for just the sniffling and just the gross ass nose noises. It's the winter, and in winter everybody gets sick, especially everybody in my family gets sick, and like if I don't get sick first, I catch it from them. So like, you know, thank you very much for bearing with me this time. Also, the internet has been dying on me, just kind of out of nowhere. So, you know, if you guys had a difficult time with the stream disconnecting or something, I apologize. I think I'm just gonna upload the offline recording. There we go. I'm just gonna upload the recording so that, you know, you guys don't have to suffer through, like, the stream cutting out or anything like that. Because then when the stream cuts out, the archive also cuts out, you know? It's almost like I just spliced a bit of the video out. And that's not cool. That just doesn't look good. So, what I'm gonna do... What I'm gonna do is that I'm going to upload that Rocket League stream that I did a while back. Actually, I don't know if I should. It was kind of boring. I don't like it. It wasn't like now, where now I'm kind of like more motivated to talk about other things, you know? I was barely talking back then. You know what, I think I'm just gonna scrap it. It's not like people care anyway. I can always play Rocket League again. And when I do play it, I'll make sure to like be more entertaining and more fun or whatever. Or play it with like GameTree people or something, I don't know. Da 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 da. Whoopa. Shot. Yeah, do the spray and pray method. Whoop. Ooh, shit. They're like, zoop. You always flow by. They're so majestic when they kill me. Dude, I could listen to like Persona music forever and never get tired. Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, Persona Q1 and Q2. Whoo boy. Persona Q2, as far as I've been playing, my god, man, those songs are just incredible. You think, will they ever run out of ideas? And they don't. But how? Hey! Like, these easy-ass enemies, and it takes so much for me to kill them sometimes. I'm sure people have modded this game for you to have, like, invincibility or something. I know that if you, are caught cheating in this game and then you post your leaderboard score online, you get, like, banned or whatever, and you can't post to the leaderboard ever. I think you can still play the game, you just can't post anything on the internet. You can't upload your score or anything. But I think there are mods where, like, you know, if you install them, you gotta play them offline, because otherwise, you know, that's just considered cheating and they just don't let you post your score. Whoop! I know there's some mods out there that just make this game even more difficult, as opposed to, like, making it easier. You think it'd be like, oh, infinite health, or, you know, your all of the enemies no clip past your hitbox or something like that. But nope. It's all stuff like all of the big scary enemies show up right at the start. I'm like, oh, okay. It's stuff like, oh, here's like a hell mode to it, like a nightmare mode. No, thank you. I want this game to be easier with mods, not more difficult with mods. Like, that's the funny thing. People mod the game to challenge themselves even more, you know? Oh, here's a mod where you just can't jump. Oh, great. Here's a mod where it's like even darker and you can see less. You pretty much have to go by sound alone. It's like, oh god. I don't know if there's a VR mod for this game, but you see, I'd try that out. I'd try that out if that was a thing. I don't think there is. I haven't seen one if there is, but What? It's almost like the crystal itself kind of killed me. Because I've been sick, my throat gets really sore, like way faster. Way faster than usual. And also, I've been drinking soda, and soda's not, like, the best thing to coat the throat, you know? Usually just drinking a lot of water. Like, singers have, like, their own method, like, oh, honey with, like, warm milk or some other BS. Like, just... Everybody has, like, their own little tactics on how to, like, you know, keep a healthy throat and not go sore. For me, it's just drinking water and just not talking for most of the day. Most of the talking that I should do in real life, socializing with others, I just do it here streaming. Ha 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 ha. Don't spread out so much. There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh, they're gonna come out of that. I can feel it. My favorite is definitely the shotgun blast. Ugh. Yeah, if like in passing you can't kill it, forget about it. Die! There we go. I was about to say, why won't you die? Oh! I was doing so good though. One more. Last one. That's pretty much this entire game in a nutshell. If you want me to summarize it in like one sentence, it's just like, just one more run, please. One more. Last time. Last one. Just let me try one more time. I got it this time. And as soon as you're able to achieve that with your video game, you know you've done a good job. Is that thing that keeps making people coming back. Because, you know, that repetition and the fact that pretty much anybody can play this game differently every time. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. And when you achieve it, well, take advantage of it. These are some angry skulls. What did I do? There's no story to this game, but, you know, you can kind of fill in, you can fill it in your imagination. You know? Like, the way that I think about it is that this hand is like a guy that's dead, but, like, in his time living, he was like an awful person. He was like a murderer or something. He committed, like, the worst possible atrocities ever. And so the guy's in hell. And the guy's just doomed to just constantly fight these guys forever. And just keep dying and dying and dying over and over again. You know? In this black emptiness, just darkness, constantly getting harassed by these skulls. Yeah, he can keep going further and further and further. He can keep progressing further into this challenge, but it'll never end. It'll just keep going. And if he gets better, then whatever force is behind this will just make it more and more impossible to do. It's an opt-in game where you're destined to fail. It's cool that there's really no story, because then people can just make up whatever. It could just be, oh, you know, it's just a really cool game, right? But, like, if you want to have a narrative, then, you know, it's open for you to just fill in the blanks and whatever you want. There we go. I'm getting better at killing that guy. Ah, come on! That guy just did, like, a Tokyo drift towards me and killed me. Last one. There we go. No, for real, though, because then after this, I'm gonna have, like, 15 minutes left before I start up my other stream, so... I don't even know what I'm gonna play, honestly. I'm thinking maybe Trails of Cold Steel 3? But I don't know. Most of my fans like watching me play, like, really fan-service-y, like, anime stuff. So I'm thinking of maybe playing some anime game, like... something that I haven't played in a while, like Bullet Girls or something. Something with a lot of big anime boobs. I mean, whatever. I like it too, right? And I kind of brought it upon myself. Well, like, you know, I make a lot of videos surrounding that. So obviously, a lot of my fan base just enjoys seeing me play that. Ah, come on! What hit me? I almost would love to see, like, a replay to see what the hell hits you, you know? Slow motion, see the hitbox and everything. As soon as I feel like I'm progressing, it's usually at around the point where I get the third finger, where I'm like, yeah, cool, immediately dies. I can't even enjoy the upgrades because, you know, it's such a short-lived experience. Shoot where he's gonna be, not where he's at. Ah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Devil Daggers. I suck at this game really hard, but my god, it's fun. If I wasn't streaming and if I didn't have a time limit, I would have just stopped already. I mean, I would have kept going. I would have definitely kept going. I would have just loaded up like a podcast or something and just kept on going with this game. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling that maybe on my other stream I'll keep going. But, no, I think I'm going to play something different. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming over and watching me play Double Daggers. There was a couple people that showed up. That's fine. Again, this is normal. These streams are really small. We just opened up this new channel, so it just takes a while to, like, promote it and let people know about it, and, yeah. I'm not a beautiful anime girl. Because I know, on the Japanese side of things, there's, like, this group of anime girls called Hololive. And so it's like all of these girls, all they do is they live stream exclusively, and they have, like, 100,000 subscribers and stuff just for the streams. And so, yeah. Whoa! Binter! Nice stream, see ya. Whoa! I just saw your replay, dude. The actual Binter is here? Whoa, that's cool. You were watching the whole time. Oh, you sneaky little bugger. You were saying nice stream. I sucked really hard. I don't compare to you. Oh my god, dude. I made 84 seconds. I think I'm a little I'm quite a ways away from what you know, from what you got going on, but hey, I'm happy to see you here. Yeah, hearts all around. Thank you very much. All right, well, thank you everybody for coming over here to GameTree. It's really fun. So, if you guys want to be part of a community where maybe you don't have a lot of people to play Double Daggers with, you can go ahead and sign up for our little app that I work for, called GameTree. If you go to GameTree.me, or if I think here down on the YouTube stream or like on Twitch, you can see all the links. You can download our app. It's an app that lets you find other similar, like-minded people that like similar games based on your similarities and your personality or whatever. We do like personality tests and like gamer DNA tests so that we know what kind of personality you are, what kind of things you prioritize in a game, and then we'll match you with people that are as similar to that as possible, so you can make friendships, build a little group, and play together. So for example, if you want to play Double Daggers with someone else, but you can't find anybody, or like talk about Double Daggers with somebody, you can be like, okay, is this personality I'm gonna put in my library of games? I'll put Double Daggers, looking for somebody to play Double Daggers with, and you know, everything just kind of does itself with our little AI learning and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. So if anybody that was in the stream that's interested, you can go ahead and do that. And if not, that's fine. You can subscribe and continue following along with the streams. I think I'm gonna play this game again at some point. I really have a lot of fun. And if people from the Double Daggers community obviously shows up and you know, they watch me be awful at this game, then certainly by all means I'd be more than happy to. So yeah. This has been me, Jorge, and I'll see you guys next time. I am going to leave real fast because I have my own personal channel and I stream on there too. So I think I'm just gonna walk around a little bit, take a little break, and come back immediately after to play something. I don't know what I'm gonna play yet. So yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. See ya. And shout outs to Binter, the #1 Double Daggers player. Thank you very much for being here, lurking. All right, thanks. See ya.